Dog
Hey,
Hammond.
everybody. Dog Hammond. Welcome to another Every Voice Paranormal Stories. We got a special guest tonight. We have Camo Man on with us tonight on the panel, guys. With me and myself and Ghost Mafia. He's going to explain to us all the stuff that has happened and that has went on with him and all that kind of stuff. So,
Share some of his experience with us.
oh, yeah.
Answer some questions from the chat, maybe,
Oh, yeah. What's up, Sean? What's up, Steph?
Hello, everybody.
People. We got Anthony Schaus. So, what got you into doing the paranormal, Camo Man?
Or do you do it?
Or do you do it?
Yep, I sure do. For me, it all started with my first visit to Blood Cemetery up in Michigan, right outside of Bath. When I had my very first experience, we were all getting ready to go out drinking, and we decided to go visit the place. We had heard rumors about, satanic rituals that had went on there, and we didn't believe it, and we didn't discover none of that. But
now, who was you with? That was that back in high school, or?
Yep, that was back in high school. It was one isn't no longer with us. He took his own life, but it was Joe and I think it was Mike and Jake and Dave. We all went out there, and I kind of started feeling
what
funny.
These guys don't know that Dustin Camo Man and myself and Lady Swan all went to high school together. So
exactly.
When he says Dave and Mike, I kind of know who he's talking about.
Exactly. Exactly. And and then we're all just walking around, and it's about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I started acting funny. And without me even knowing it, I just kind of zoned out and passed out, laying down on top of a grave. When I woke up about 35, 40 minutes later, everyone started backing away from me, freaking out. And I said, "What's going on?" They said, "You were crouched down, talking in a different voice, like a little boy, running around saying, 'Here, doggy, doggy, doggy,' all over the cemetery." This was our first time going there, and I stopped at a dog statue and started petting it and playing with it. And then I woke back up again. They walked over to where I fell down at, and it was an actual grave of a little boy that died.
Oh, wow.
And ever since that, it just compelled me, and it brought on more and more experiences once I opened up my mind to it.
Wow.
Between poltergeist and other strange occurrences.
What up, Lou Rock?
Hello, Lou Rock. But yeah, I don't remember doing none of that, but you could see the fear in their eyes and faces when I came back to.
So how long were you out of it for?
I think they were saying like around 30 minutes, maybe a little over.
Wow.
How old were you?
I was, 19, 20?
Has it happened since?
Well, I get feelings. I learn how to fight the unseen. I don't fear evil. I don't fear anything that's unseen. I actually get ballsy and I challenge it. I've learned how to harness my inner faith and strength. So I keep that from happening. But I can feel the emotions. I can feel the evilness or like any type of pain or sadness or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see, Peggy Place up off of Holmes Avenue there, off of Martin Luther King in Lansing. I was living in a basement of a house, and this is what really intrigued me because I do remember it. I do everything. It was first I thought it was like a sleep paralysis, but it wasn't. And
See,
I
I still
rented a
can't
room.
get over the name of Logan Street. Like, I
Yeah.
still call it Logan Street.
And
Logan, yeah. Okay.
Right?
and I was renting out a room in the basement, and ever since the first night, funny things were happening. They had a Mickey and Minnie Mouse up on top of their TV, concrete floor, concrete walls, and it would keep falling down right in front of the dresser off of the TV. Well, as the night went on, and every other day, it kept coming farther and farther to the middle of the room. And on the last day, before I said anything to the owners, I could feel like someone's fingertips or fingers, like that your fingers do the walking type thing all the way up your leg. Couldn't move, couldn't yell, couldn't scream. Following morning, I told them, and they said, "Oh, follow us." They took me upstairs, moved a picture frame, and behind the picture frame was a shotgun hole. Their son was murdered in that house. I was sleeping in his bed, in his room. That was his way of saying, "Get the hell out."
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Now you have different odd occurrences as well in your home that you're in now.
Yep. Sure do. Uh, I've got a friend that passed away back in 2007, and she's here. Father-in-law's here, but also our backyard is very active. When I go back there to do a video, everyone that watches, I can't hear the voices, but everyone watching the live stream hears whispering right beside me and all these other voices. But yeah, I don't hear that part of it. And the doors, once in a while, the door will open or close, and other odd noises here at our house. And then at my father-in-law's house, who has passed, have actually got proof, Class A proof over there, using a grid light and a flashlight. And Tim from Breaking the Shell just came into my live stream that one night, and I asked, I said, "If you're here, turn that flashlight off." And on command, my flashlight turned off on live stream, and you could see me sitting on the other side of the room, and then come back on again.
Oh, wow.
And some people that are in the comment down in the chat can actually verify, because a lot of them witnessed it.
Wow.
So, yeah, but it doesn't help that when I was younger, I also read the Satanic Bible to learn about all religions. And I think a lot of my issues has to do with the darkness.
I see a Chris Williams in the chat. That's not a Chris Williams we went to school with, is it?
Chris Williams.
Yeah, you remember
Chris
Chris
Williams
Williams?
sounds very familiar.
He moved down to Texas.
Hey, Janelle. So we've got Janelle,
Hi,
Nelson,
Janelle.
Will be Tammy Burgess, Rock Fam, KJ and Jomar, Kyoko Rock Fam. We got a bunch.
Yeah, Janelle and Steph and KJ, they've all been in a lot of my live streams and have witnessed and seen things just right as they're happening. And even Kevin the Fam, like this weekend, I'm going to dance with the devil. I'm leaving my cross at home. Any and all spiritual protection, I am leaving at home. Going back to the Forgotten Park Tunnel, where a very dark shadow tried to encircle me, and everyone saw a face without a body, but I couldn't see the face. I just saw the shadow.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to call it every bad, nasty name in the book, and literally challenge it to scratch me, pick me up, push me down, do whatever it wants. and dance with the devil.
That could be a bad thing, man.
I know.
No protection, man. I'm kind of worried about that.
That's what I'm into, though. That's, I've done it so many times, and I'm that confident in myself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that a little bit of protection does keep them safe. You get people saying, don't matter what you have, you're not protected. Yes, you are. If you go on a haunted explorer and you've got all this stuff on you, you're less likely to be messed with by anything bad than you are if you don't have anything at all. That's always been my experiences.
So when you gonna get back up to Michigan?
I'm gonna try this summer if I can somehow, some way.
I'm hoping to get up there at some point this summer, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I got a lot of trips yet to do. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you and New Rocker are supposed to be going up there and hopefully meeting up with Rob.
Yeah, I was talking to Rob. He's like, "You need to get up here." I said, "I'm working on it. I'm working on it."
Drone worship.
Yeah. So we got a few new people in the chat. The MX Guru, Drone Warship, and Lee and Ladybug.
Lee
Hello,
Ladybug.
everybody.
Awesome people.
And,
Uh,
but yeah, I seem to attract the dark shadows and stuff quite a bit. I've actually got one viewer, Michelle Kuhn. It's on the Road of Souls down here. I never even saw it, and she's got some good eyes and an actual shadow walker. You can see it come from the side of the road between trees where there's like a 15-foot drop off, and you can see the legs walking. You can see the white line getting blocked out, and then it vanishes halfway across the road.
oh wow.
Yeah.
See, we get a road just the other side of Woodstock. It's called Critters Lane. And there's a lot of stuff there that happens.
Yeah. Well, and I am a believer in tragedy. It's like the Road of Souls has had one murder right there by Knob Creek Gun Range down through here. A lady was shot and killed, and she frequents your vehicles when you drive through there, and if you stop, it'll get real cold and your back window fogs up and it shouldn't. And she's sitting back there. And then farther down, there's been a lot of car accidents, and on a 10 to 15 mile stretch, you got 6 cemeteries.
6.
Nice.
That's a lot of cemeteries for that short of a section.
Oh yeah, but that's awesome. Like paranormal hunting ground right there, man.
Yeah. And there's no phone reception, so there's no way anything can interfere, because you literally have, if you break down, you're screwed until someone comes along, and hopefully they stop and they're trustworthy.
Exactly. Yeah. Now I've seen a couple of your videos too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them.
And
so far, I'm going to be watching a bunch more, but
yeah, well, I appreciate that. I do a lot with the laser grid, because to me, I don't have a K2 meter or a spirit box, but I've been doing pretty good, and I can compete with some of our bigger dogs in the YouTube world on proof wise, just for what little I have, and also the help of the viewers of our fans, the Camo Nation. I mean, if it wasn't for them, a lot of the stuff I wouldn't even notice.
We was literally doing an episode of E.V.P'S the one night. There was a shadow figure darted behind me. I didn't catch it. Alyssa Parrish Rock Fam says, "Hey, you just had a shadow figure dart behind you."
Yeah.
So I rewound it. I seen it. I was like, "Oh, good eye, good eye."
Oh yeah, and that's why I try to involve as many as I can, and you make them feel part of the channel, the family, you know, and I always give recognition to whoever it is, and you know, like Michelle Kuhn with the Shadow Walker, Janelle and Steph and Kevin with the face and everything at the Forgotten Park Tunnel. And then, of course, I don't know if Lady Swan remembers when I was at Fort Duffield in the old Civil War building there, standing by the door. It wasn't windy at that time, and the way it was sitting, and the earthen bunker comes up, the wind couldn't get to it, and the door started opening real slow and then with force and literally bounced off the wall.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
And I like to do a lot of mine live stream when I do my paranormal investigations. That's my, what do you call it, specialty.
Oh
I
yeah.
like to do that too, but it seems like if you don't have a clear enough signal on your phone, it'll be real grainy and
Yeah,
just poor quality.
it can.
But
I got lucky with Fort Duffield. Streamlabs didn't do too good up there before the stupid YouTube changed, and you could use the YouTube. That was a better quality video, and being way up on a mountain hill, I was able to have good reception.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but I got a few. What do you want to call it? They're not. I don't like calling things challenges, because to me they're not a challenge, because a challenge is something that you're afraid of, or you got to prove to yourself that you can do it. So to me, it's more like a quest. And we got an old cemetery here. It's out in BFE, no reception, so it's one I won't be able to live stream, which is going to make it even more dangerous. If there's anyone around, and you'll hear why in a second, I'm going to be very vulnerable and won't be able to make any contact unless I run up towards the hill and get like 2 bars, enough to send a text to someone that'll know where I'm at. But what I'm going to do is use my stun gun, get my laser grid light and my camera on a tripod. I'm going to lay down beside a Civil War grave Confederate soldier. The shadow has been seen by a lot of people. I'm going to lay down at his grave, charge the air until my stun gun is completely drained, and I'm going to challenge it to come out and make itself visible either on the grid or do whatever. And I won't be able to know what's going on around me, and that's going to be the dangerous part. So I'll have to really focus with my ears for footsteps or tweakers or anything else that could be going on.
Oh, for sure. Hopefully he comes out.
Yeah, and me too. If I'm lucky, he will, and I'm just waiting for good weather. Here in Kentucky, we've been getting a lot of rain and 30-degree weather still, 80-degree, then back to 30, and then tornadoes, and then frost. And
Oh man, it'll be a lot of fun then.
yeah, so as soon as we can get a good solid week of good weather, then I'm gonna be going out to do that.
yeah, I was kind of hoping for good weather today. I wanted to go out and do something, but it was raining and it's crap weather.
Well, by where our friend lives that we went to school with, I don't know if you remember Lorraine or Lori. She lives in eastern Kentucky. They all had tornado warnings today.
Lori.
I can't
Oh,
remember
Hopkins.
her.
Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Lady
Yeah.
Swan still talks to her.
Yep. They had tornado warnings out in her area today.
Oh wow.
So, but yeah, I'm very grateful for Camo Nation and all the people that view mine, because they've actually they're my eyes, kind of like James, because I do have a bad eye, and after a while sometimes things will get a little blurry. So I'm like James in that aspect. I kind of rely on them too.
Oh yeah.
But it's, and it's always intrigued me with the paranormal, and people are always afraid of it. And it's so misunderstood because the more you fear it, the more it's going to mess with you,
For sure.
you know.
Hmm.
And to me, it's all about faith within yourself, your own personal strength. It don't matter if you believe in God or if you believe in whatever you believe in. If you have true faith in yourself and you don't show no fear and you can fight it, you're going to be okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I know it's really dangerous trying to conjure out spirits or demons,
Oh
so
yeah.
pretty tough at
Well,
times.
after I graduated high school, I really hit a dark period. I'll go ahead and say I don't care. If it keeps anyone else from doing it, I used to self-mutilate pretty darn bad.
Yeah.
And I started with crosses and everything, and then it went with the gatekeeper's uh, emblem sign, and it kept going on from there. With the Cthulhu and all over my pant legs, wherever. I didn't care who saw it, and kind of really hit a dark period. And a lot of bad things did happen during those years in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
And that's when I started researching more about other religions, and I learned how to control it within myself and just stand up against it. I don't recommend anyone do it because, like you said, it's very, very risky.
oh yeah, it is. There was some other channel that was tweeting out this old TV show, and someone tried to conquer one, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It did work, but not the way that he wanted it to work.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. And my friend Joe, back in '94, you all know Pinball Pete's and the multicolored parking ramp right across from it,
Talking
right
about
there.
Joe?
Yeah, Joe, he was a very good friend. Yeah,
Minus
and
38, there was a whisper that came through, a female voice.
well, if you hear the name Tracy, let me know. That's my friend who died, and I did a little video the other day, and actually got stones and a lock of her hair she sent me before she passed on, and
Let's
told me.
see. Joe was this kid that we all went to school with. He's a fun kid, fun to hang around with, but he got a little into drugs and things like that. And it's rumored that he didn't commit suicide by jumping off of that parking
Yeah,
garage.
no, I was there that night, and a lot of us were mad, and some things we can't talk about. And but yes, you know, it wasn't a good thing to have to deal with. And he spray painted the crow emblem all the way up the parking ramp at the very spot where he took the leap. Uh, he spray painted the Lord's Last Supper. It was all planned out. His last cigarette with a cigarette pack smushed out, stepped on the Lord's Supper plate
wow,
right, right before it happened. Kind of like a fu God, but he was also Indian, and he believed in the animal spirits, and his was the crow.
wow. Welcome to the chat, Chris Williams.
Hello, Chris.
Now,
From Wales.
what's the most haunted place you've ever went to so far?
So far, that would be a good question. I would have to say, so far is the Forgotten Park,
Oh, I
because
know that
that's
place.
the first first time here in Kentucky where a black shadow mass, even on live stream, tried to fully engulf me. And that face, I mean, you can your hair raises up all over your body, and you can feel it. It corrupted my phone. I lost some footage, not all of it,
Yeah.
and had to reinstall everything on the phone, like from factory reset. It was just glitching out bad, and it's never done that before.
Oh yeah.
But at this place, your electronic devices glitch out.
And you go there, they're full, and then when you get halfway through, they're emptied, right?
Yeah, they're full. Sometimes I don't make it halfway through. It's within 10 minutes, everything starts draining.
Yeah. That's like where were we? And where were we at? And your camera just died 2 minutes in.
I've had it in Super Park. I've had it at Dunder.
Yeah.
And I've had it at St. Anne.
Yeah, we've pretty much had it everywhere. I know. Ghost, have you had any equipment issues?
Battery drain, your typical like haunting type stuff. Mostly battery drain.
Yeah.
Overactive obulus.
Oh yeah.
You guys seen that? That thing was just spitting out words, just one right after another for some reason. Just through. Yeah, that was the night you got scratched. Yep.
Yep.
But a good thing to ask if Janelle, Steph, or KJ are still in the live stream. Ask them what they think their
Is that the night that we all got attacked?
the most haunted place is. I think they'll probably say the house that had a funeral.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
the one night we did E.V.P'S on here, and even just our regular shows, the E.V.P'S. Lady Swan was attacked. A bunch of us were attacked.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It got pretty.
Lou Rock got attacked.
Yeah. He was he passed out and had to get off the panel at that point. It was scary.
We watched Gemma afterwards.
Yeah.
Get a scratch that started at her neck and go up to her ear.
Yeah.
And I totally believe that because I did an experiment last year on the Shadow People house. I put my phone on a live stream up in the window of this house that wasn't being lived in, came back inside my own home over on my property, but everyone kept hearing noises and voices within the house that you couldn't explain. And I told them to ask questions through the text of the phone, and some of them were doing that and actually getting responses to their questions.
Yeah.
It's like one, I can't remember who it was saying a prayer for me, but wasn't making it known. And then all of a sudden, across, I was at that time using testing out an app on a phone, and the words pray and something else came up, and everyone started freaking out because that's what they were doing at that time.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people are saying that there's definitely spirits in the funeral home.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dustin, I gotta say this, like when we went to school, okay, back in high school, we have lost a ton of people.
Oh yes, we have.
Class. Even back in high school, a Scooter and them in that car accident, Jason's girlfriend, the New Year's Eve. There's been suicides. There's been, Jason Winters. There's been
I was going to say Jason Winters. Yeah.
A lot more than could be considered normal.
My friend Benji, he just died 2 years ago from the same thing that Jason Winters died of. And so there's a lot, like you said, a lot of them from our class that just went way before their time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, with Scooter and Mike and them, and like, huh? Mike, Scooter, and Carrie, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it seems like I don't know about any of the other classes, but I know class of '93, it was kind of like a bad luck year, I guess.
I mean, I can remember when we was at Sodden and hearing stories of the kids jumping off the trestle and getting stuck in the muck in the river.
Yep. Exactly.
And drowning.
Yep.
Incidentally, I did jump off that trestle, but I survived.
I was getting ready to, and a train came, and we all took off running.
I jumped off that trestle on a dare, and I knew that if I went in feet first, I'd get stuck in the bottom. So I literally, like, what is that, about 100 feet above the water?
Yeah, about 130 feet.
Come down on my back.
Oh, geez.
Like Nestea plunge kind of thing.
I would have at least cannonballed.
Yeah. If you remember Clint Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember all them.
Well, Clint Bird is currently spending life in prison down in Arkansas for killing his daughter.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Yeah, paranormal investigations are no joke, for sure.
No. You definitely don't want to do them if you don't know what you're doing or if you're not mentally prepared.
Oh yeah, you don't want to go in blindly doing it.
No.
If you're going to start it, talk to somebody that's done it for basically as long as all of us have.
Exactly.
You don't want to just jump in
and I do a lot of pictures to self. I'm trying to get to the 1,000 mark. I'm halfway there, but I do pictures with quotes and sayings on it. And there's a few that I do. Come and take an adventure with me. I'll keep you safe. Don't go do it on your own. Come do it with me. Let me be the one that'll protect you. And if anything starts going wrong, you get your ass out of there. I'll meet you down the road.
Yep.
You know.
I haven't had. Go ahead, Ghost.
Sorry. I was going to say, Dustin, every once in a while, type in the chat so that if any of our viewers aren't subscribed to you, they can go over there and check out your channel, hit that bar, ding that bell, drop a like on one of your videos, and comment so you can get back at them. And
so just hit the button like I did before when I did a text message then, and go to the video.
Yeah. Okay. Do that, or usually we have our mods start dropping your link in the chat every once in a while.
I've been dropping it.
JoJo's been dropping his link down.
And Sharpshooter.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
So guys, check out Dustin Camo Man's channel. He's getting close to 1,000K, and when he hits that 1,000K, he'll be able to live stream from his phone again. So definitely want to try to get him to that 1,000 mark.
Yeah, because I'm going against my morals Saturday, and I'm using Streamlabs to do the tunnel, and I don't really want to do that, but I need to because like I said, I'm trying to get that count up higher. So I figured just do it one time using the Streamlabs through the back door, and then I won't. It's not really cheating. If I do it one time.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, then who knows? I have to wait until I get to 1,000. And for this challenge or quest, I don't want to do that. I want to hurry up and get this quest done.
Oh yeah, I hear you, man.
Eager for it.
When you're focusing on getting something done, I hear you. I'm the same way.
Exactly. It's like a hunger and an appetite, a craving, and that's what people don't realize is that they need to be careful of with entities, whether it's good entities or bad entities. You let it consume you, it can ruin your whole life.
Oh yeah, it can. It takes one possession, and if they like your body, they're not leaving.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah, everybody, make sure that you guys are for sure getting a hold of Dustin Camo Man. So Big Tiny and Goldilocks Hernandez, they've got you with both channels.
Well, they've got him with the one, and they're getting him.
cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the help.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
You can't see the chat right now, guys, because he's on his phone. But after the stream is all over with, I'm sure that he'll see that
Yeah,
you guys got him. He can get you back from your comments on his videos.
Oh yeah.
exactly. And oh hell, what was I gonna say? Oh crap, I can't remember now. Oh darn it. Yeah, I greatly. Oh, yeah, I built my reputation on YouTube by doing most of all my investigations live streaming and not videoing it and then uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of hurting me, hurting my views and everything else.
Oh yeah. Benny, how's it going?
Hey, Benny
Hello.
Loco.
Benny Loco.
Yeah, awesome people.
Yeah.
You got anything to add in here, Ghost?
I'm just thinking of definitely want to do some collabs up in Michigan with Rob and Dustin, and I don't know when's the next class reunion?
Ontario.
4
Right.
years. We
Oh,
got
yeah,
to
I
do
know.
something sooner than that.
Yeah, I know a lot of places. From 1994 until 1998, I lived in the streets of Grand Ledge and Lansing, and I know a lot of places. And I
Yep.
used to sleep in Fitzgerald Park at night and used to walk to the rest area outside of Grand Ledge on 96 and slept there a lot too. If I was able to borrow a vehicle, I would stay in the vehicles there. But I learned of a lot of places that are very active.
Oh yeah. Well, especially around where you and Ghost live, right?
Exactly.
There was a lot of places. There was a place called Jones's Lake. It's supposed to be a bottomless lake.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just north of Lansing. Remember that?
Yeah.
Sleepy Hollow State Park up there, the
Yeah.
cemetery up by Sleepy Hollow.
Little Egypt.
All right.
Little Egypt, Turner Bridge,
Mm-hmm.
Blood Cemetery.
State Road. Trollbridge Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about
hanging.
Strawberry.
A hanging happened there.
Blood Cemetery. Yeah, Blood Cemetery was really creepy. There used to be there was, oh Christ, out towards, was it Mulligan? Not Mulligan. I'm talking about like the satanic church out there. Yeah, Sunfield, the satanic church out
Sunfield
there.
and Lake Odessa area. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard
I
about
can
that.
I can remember finding that place when I was in high school, but we've went out there since, and I cannot find where it is. It's literally just it's like a field, and there's a bunch of trees out in the middle of this field that make up a circle. And there's you go out there and you walk into the center, and it's all open. There's a big burn pit, and supposedly there was like satanic worship that used to go on out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all
And
kinds of stuff.
another place I would like to go to, and this is what people don't realize, and it's my favorite horror movie. I love it so much. I've got an actual mask made from the same mold that was used in the movie. Jeeper Creepers was based in Michigan of a murder that happened just outside of Battle Creek or Kalamazoo, one of the two. And I want to go to that place so bad and do E.V.P'S and spirit box and investigate it.
Oh yeah, I heard that the place is actually theirs though.
Yeah, it's old. It was an old church, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an old church.
Yeah.
And then really old church.
When I lived in Rockford, Michigan, before you get into the town of Rockford, it's a walking paths now, but it used to be a railroad track. And two little girls got killed by a train, and their spirits are still there. And you can see two white mist shadows or figures walking along. No matter if you run fast or walk, no matter what you do to get away, they're right there with you. But if you stand still, they stay in the same spot where they were killed, and they just stare at you.
Oh,
I can
wow.
remember going up to Lake Superior with my grandparents. We'd go up there every summer. And the one summer we decided that we wanted to go on a ghost hunt. So we started asking the locals around Grand Marais and those areas about, some of the ghost stories that had happened. And they told us about a place that was a few miles east of Grand Marais along the lake shore, but not quite at the lake shore. It was called the Three Sisters Cabin.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
three sisters were supposedly witches. And we literally went out there. We found where the location was. We found where the cabin used to be, and we found remnants of the logs from the cabin.
Oh,
And
wow.
but stuff like that. That's been years and years ago. That'd be cool to go back up there too.
Especially with the way technology is now and all these gadgets you can take, K2s and
Oh,
spirit
yeah, I'd love
boxes.
to go up there with like a or a metal detector or something, go around that area. 'Cause it was back out in the woods. There's like miles of just nothingness on some of these like old logging roads, and it was just along one of these old logging roads that was just
Yeah.
two tracks in the sand basically. And yeah,
I've tried to go up to Uperville to explore, but they don't take too kindly to us southern Michigan. Uperville is a whole different ball game when it comes to their personalities.
Oh, yeah, for
Kind of
sure.
like the hills of Kentucky.
yeah. See, I kind of got inducted into the town family up there because I would go up there every single summer for 2 weeks out of the year, and I knew every kid in the town. I knew I knew the bar owners. I knew everybody in the town knew me, and they was like, "Well, when you coming back up?" So I was
You got
kind
lucky.
of like the honorary Uper that kept coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Deputy Fam. It's another good one. Yeah. You guys have been through ups and downs, haven't you?
No, we've been all over the place. Michigan is a big state.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what'd be
Yeah.
cool to investigate is the actual Mackinac Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There was people lost their
buried
lives
in
actually.
concrete.
Yeah.
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 There's actual skeletal remains in concrete, just like the Hoover Dam. The same thing with the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah, they fell in there and couldn't get them out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Mm-hmm.
down here close to me, I can't afford it quite yet. I'm hoping someday I can, but I'm only 15 minutes away from Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Oh, you ain't
And
that
that's
far away from me then.
no, and I'm literally right beside Fort Knox. So that's one of my ultimate goals besides Bobby Mackey.
No, I didn't think Dustin was that close to us. I thought he was down a ways.
No.
It's literally what 4 hours over to Cincinnati, about 3.5 hours over to Cincinnati, and then down into Kentucky from there. And Bobby Mackey's is like right there, and Waverly Hills is about an hour south.
Yeah, 'cause Bobby
So literally,
Mackey's
we
is
can be
about a
Dustin's
2-hour
house in
drive
like 6
for me, I
hours.
think.
So, Dustin, do you
Yeah.
channel spirits as well?
I haven't done that in depth of like trying to channel them. I'm more of the, oh no, I guess you could say kind of yes and no. I'm not like a medium type channel.
Yeah.
What I do is I start demanding that they come out, and if they do start coming out, I fight wicked with wicked, and then if they get too close, which like in the video of the Forgotten Tunnel where the black mass come, you could see it moving along the wall, and every time I told it to back off, it would back off. And I would say through the power of Christ, and my strength, you cannot harm me. I am stronger than you. You are weak. And it would back off.
Exactly.
And then I would
Okay. Sorry.
let off.
Deb had a question. She's like, "What's with everyone going to jail right now?"
More view.
More views.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's conjuring more people right now.
Yeah.
That's what
Between people wanting more views and between other people being jealous because they may not be as successful or whatever, and calling in and just harassing and trolling. You know, you get that too, so you get both of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I know there's a few channels on YouTube that we're all aware of, but
Well, Joe from Urban Ghost, Urban Exploration.
yeah,
And
Holy Walker.
James the Fam,
Yeah.
Ethan, and Todd from Holy Walker.
yeah. I guess they were caught breaking in or something. I don't know.
Oh, they didn't break in because I watched all those videos that they did. It was already unlocked and
Yeah.
door wide open. And someone called it in and said some false statements.
Oh,
They recorded it and they've got everything, all the proof they need, and they're recording that they didn't take nothing, they didn't destroy nothing. They always talk about, and
yeah.
you know, and I agreed, never ever vandalize or desecrate any place you go to.
Yeah, because he was explaining on the live stream that they apparently got him breaking into it, but even when I went back and watched the video,
Yeah, but they caught
it was
him.
all open.
They claim
Yeah.
they caught him on security cameras and that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
I don't know, but I do know. Yes, Deborah, I think they was all together filming together.
yeah.
James and Joe and Todd.
Holy
And,
Walkers.
I mean, so,
I think they were all together as a pile.
They were there. They were live. James was live last night, and so was Joe, explaining their side of things and what was going on.
So yeah, I think you're right, Ghost. I think they were all together.
yeah.
you know, and that's another reason why I like to do 90% of mine live stream. And I am always alone. No one, I don't have any friends down here, and the few I used to have were too chicken crap to even go to any of these places with me.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'd be right in there with you, Dustin. No problem,
I was
man.
gonna say, Ghost would go.
Ghost will go.
Yeah, see, and that would be cool because, you know, there's a cemetery in E-Town. It's
I know.
Hell's Gate Cemetery I'm gonna go to also.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the channeling part, I don't do like the meditation channeling to where you try to talk to someone's family member or something.
No,
I
like,
sense, I feel, and
I mean,
challenge what
have
I'm feeling
ever
and
allowed
seeing
a spirit
at that moment.
to use your body.
Yeah. See, I agree with Don. If it is real, they still broke the law by going on property without permission, though.
Yeah,
I
even though
can
there's no
tell-
trespassing signs, exactly.
Yeah. But either way, I don't know what's going on with the whole thing, so I don't want to really.
Yeah, I mean, and it could turn out to be something to just draw numbers in. You know what I mean? It could be something as simple as that. You
In
know,
the YouTube world, you never know.
True,
I don't
lady.
know.
Dawn. True. She says if there's no signs, it's open just like dumpster diving. I've always wanted to try it, but I've never done it. So,
I used to dumpster dive all the time. You get some good stuff that way.
oh yeah,
oh man, I can remember dumpster diving up there in Michigan back in the day, like when Sam's Club first opened up. Man, we got so much. We got so much stuff. Oh, it's
Mhm.
crazy.
she misses a ghost. There's
I worked at a mall, I did security at nighttime, so when I made my rounds, I would hit up every single compactor and dumpster, and I had stockpiles of Bath and Body and Spencer's and
Wow.
books. Yeah,
Dog food flying.
dog food.
Night, Gina. Thanks for coming in.
Night, Gina.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't realize either with spirit boxes or opening different realms with anything really that they use, it's opening different realms up for different things.
Oh yes, and you may think you know what you're conjuring up or inviting out, but you really don't.
Exactly.
You'll think it's a little kid and it's a little minion from hell.
Yeah. And they like to show themselves as something that you mostly love.
Mm-hmm.
And donated to the homeless. Oh, really, KJ Jomar? I didn't know that. He said here in Australia, most of it is donated to the homeless people.
Oh, that's good.
I mean,
Very-
there's businesses here that do that too, like Panera Bread.
Yeah.
They'll donate their, like the day old stuff. They'll make fresh baked goods and stuff like that in the morning, which they've got the best cinnamon rolls. But by evening, they'll donate it to the homeless shelters.
For sure.
They don't throw it away. So
Night, Cindy. Yeah, I've noticed that. But if you want to ask some questions, you got.
No, I'm okay. I'm listening.
Yeah, the wife's like, well, ask him if he's done that. So I did. And
Well, by channeling though, I didn't mean like trying to contact a particular person's family member. I meant like allowing them to use your body to speak.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing this weekend. But
yeah,
it's going to be a little bit more intense than that because my goal is to walk away with some scratches or being pushed down or something.
oh
That's
yeah,
my goal. Because I live for the thrill. It intrigues me, and I'm out to show that it does exist. And without a few brave people willing to do it, you're not going to prove that it to the closed-minded people that it does.
exactly.
Leave the stupid crap to people like us.
Yeah, we deal with the punishment from them. We don't want everyone else doing it.
Exactly. It's like kids, don't do this at home.
Yeah, don't do it at home. Don't try it at home. Don't think about doing it.
Exactly. Stay
Yeah.
in school. Don't do drugs.
Don't do all the stupid shit we do.
Because everybody in the field, paranormal field, literally does jeopardize their being, their soul, their life, everything.
their health.
Yep. Everything. What's up, Scratch? Yeah, every single thing that we do with paranormal, it jeopardizes our lives.
Yeah,
Every way, shape, or form.
exactly.
Some days it's harder than others.
And you're not always going to get something either.
No. There's days when you'll go do something and you won't get a thing.
Yeah. It's like at a cemetery I went to, the one that I'm going to lay down with the Confederate soldier grave and do that quest. But
Yeah.
I was there and nothing happened except towards the end. At the very end, when I was getting ready to leave, then I heard a bunch of noises. Well, little did I know until I got home and uploaded the video. Janelle and Steph, they review my videos before I release them to see if they're good enough or see things that I may not have seen.
Yeah.
And you can tell that right when I heard a noise, my back was to wherever the noise was, and there was a light that flashed 3 times behind me, but I didn't see it. But I heard a noise, and the light, there's no way it could, there was no one else there because I did a walkthrough. You could tell I was alone. And if you remember back in the old days, uh, um, oh, dang it, dead as a ringer or whatever that saying is, where they'd hook a little bell up by the gravestones
Oh
in
yeah,
case.
that's a thing.
Okay, well, the flashing of the light looked like one of those little bells moving back and forth. And that's kind of what I heard along with the footsteps. And when I disappeared into the dark to go look, I could not find or see anything. And that was at the very end when I was leaving. Nothing before that.
Wow.
You know?
Dead ringer.
The dead ringer. There you go. Dead ringer. Yep. And she caught that one. So
Oh yeah.
don't always expect to get results.
Yeah. For sure.
14 people in here, guys, watching. Guys, share this out. Let's try to get some more people in here. I know there's a
Thank
few other bigger names live right now at the same time, but
Yeah.
just if you would share this out, let's try to get some people up in here.
We can tweet it out. We can get more people in.
I've been tweeting and posting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you could ever make your way down here too, I can take you to some pretty epic places down here.
Oh yeah.
There's this sometimes.
Now that I know that you're only like 6 hours away, that's not even 6 hours away.
Yeah.
Like if we went down through Marietta, we'd come in the back way and be there in about 4.5, I think.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
John.
I don't know if you're familiar with the old TV show with John called The Haunted Collector.
John Zappas, that's
Yep.
Frank and Ed and Lorraine Warren's nephew.
Yes, well, he was here in E-Town. There's a museum, and they had issues, and I'm gonna be going there this summer. I don't know if they'll let me downstairs where the outfit is, but if you remember the show about the museum with a KKK outfit,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that I'm going to be going to that place this summer and talking nicely to them to see if they will let me just do a video documentation there. I'll tell them I won't do anything for like paranormal activity type thing. I just want to do a regular video history documentation of it.
For sure.
I will be listening for E.V.P'S. Yeah.
We got HSFL in here. How's it going?
Now, have you been to Waverly Hills yet? I know it's nearby you.
I've been on the outskirts of it. It's got real tight security. I used to know someone was one of my ex-friends. He did security for Tammy, the owner of Waverly Hills. And you do not want to even try to sneak in there because they have good insurance and they tell their security, you can hurt them, you can do whatever you want. We don't care if they get killed or sent to the hospital. It's their own fault because they're on our property. And the cops are there. They surround it too. But the closest I've been able to get is just inside the gate. But it's open every year for Halloween. It's like $15, I think it is. And you walk like the first 2 or 3 floors, and then you go down the body chute, and then you come back out for the Waverly Hills Haunted House.
Now they do like ghost hunts, the paid ghost hunts and stuff like that too, right?
That's a lot of money, anywhere from $300 to $600 for a group, and that's for 4 hours.
That's crazy, man, but it's worth it.
Yes, and
West Virginia.
so
Yeah.
but there's a movie on Waverly Hills too. It's I call it a cheesy movie, Class C movie, like
Yeah.
an amateur. And they actually talked a lot about the history and actual things that occurred there, but they just dramatized it about 40% more.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a beautiful editing software they have for video.
hmm They were talking about turning it into a bed and breakfast, but it never fell through yet.
Oh yeah.
What was that? Everything okay?
We got a sick dog.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
If you
man.
don't get better in a few days, have to take him to the vet.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But yeah,
Our house almost looks like it's filled with smoke, but there's no smell to it.
Really?
Because I farted.
Yeah, I looked out in the living room. And it looks like it's just. I know it's almost like fog,
Oh wow.
but there's no smell. There's no burning smell. There's no.
sulfur
It's just like,
smell.
well, it may actually be fog because we're down here in the bottom of the holler and it's foggy outside. Like,
As long as it's not a sulfur smell, you're okay.
Oh, yeah.
no. Lady Swan went down to check the dryer to make sure it wasn't like the dryer or anything downstairs.
Yeah.
But we wasn't cooking anything. So
Yeah. Now,
hell, it could even be the neighbors
yeah.
burning trash or something. But you would smell that, I would think.
Yeah,
Smell burning trash.
Depending on what they're burning, yeah.
Mm.
It's really weird.
Janelle says that's not good.
No.
Oh.
I hear you, John.
Doing out all day doing job interviews and interviewing. Hopefully something good soon.
Oh yeah.
HSFL.
Oh, that'll be cool.
So it'd be awesome to see you guys collab though. But we are going to be down there this time, this coming summer at some point.
Oh yeah, like I said, if he's only 4 hours away as the crow flies,
And
I have to get your address and look it up and see how long it take to get to you.
Yeah.
I'll message it to you. And if you all, because I know you all know Tim, so you know John. And one of his videos, because I'm not far from, I won't say the name of the cemetery to protect it, but they were looking for the witch's grave, and I know the true story of the witch's grave because I used to volunteer security there, chasing out satanic cults and vagrants and everything, and it's right beside another cemetery. But that's where I've gotten a lot of proof, even during the daytime. I had a lot of work stolen from me by a radio host here in Louisville that was going to interview me on the radio. And I submitted my pictures like they wanted and everything. And next thing I know, they had all my pictures and all my proof up on their internet wall on their page. And I got screwed on a deal, but you could see full body apparitions of people from back in the 40s. Remember the old pinstripe suits with the
Zoot
white
suits.
suits and the ties? Yeah. Well, I had several of those standing in the middle of the cemetery with a defined beard, mustache, eyes, head turned, the hair, everything. And Walgreens, Photoshop place, they sent a bunch of my negatives because they were starting to get curious. I made them believers. They
Wow.
sent it to Kodak Film Company to analyze what's going on here, double exposure or anything. And it came back and they said it's unexplainable. They said that that should not be there. So anytime they saw me coming in, they would start smiling and laughing and be all giddy because they get to see something cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Janelle says we have a sanatorium here in North Dakota. You should come check out.
I would love to.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That would.
most definitely. I wanna lay in the morgue section where the refrigerator, they stored the bodies in the coolers. I want to lay down in one of those and have someone shut the door with K2 whatever for E.V.P'S and go about their business and then come back and check on me later.
There we go.
I'd love to do that.
Oh yeah.
I'm crazy for doing what we do.
Yeah, like there's a few places around here I want to check out too at some point. Just trying to figure out when. Like I know we've got a bunch to do, but
Before I moved to Kentucky, I used to go up to Canada every spring, Blind River Falls, and I used to go smelt dipping all the time.
Oh, Benny just sold to Dustin.
okay, so Benny just hit you up too, Dustin.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
We're trying to get Dustin Camo Man to 1K, guys. If you guys do not have him, make sure you're checking out his channel and leaving a comment so we can get back to you.
Yeah,
Hit that
I think I already
bell.
have Benny.
Yeah. Make sure you guys are hitting the bar and dinging his bell for him. That's
I
right.
appreciate it. And like I said, I've got people that are in your live stream chat down there that can vouch for me.
Oh yeah. So KJ Jomar, why will no one explore with you, man? I would for sure. If I knew where.
Oh yeah, KJ's awesome. That's one of my OGs right there.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I like watching people collab.
Yeah, she wants to explore so bad, but everyone's too chicken.
Oh. Well, Jomar, if we were close enough, we would.
Exactly.
We'd all be right there with you.
Exactly.
I'd love to get some people around here because there's a lot of places to go to around here.
For sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of places around Dayton, Ohio too.
Yep.
Before I moved to Kentucky, I dated a girl in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
One I'd like to get back to is the barn at Prospect Place, where the bounty hunter was killed or hanged.
That would be real interesting.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, like there's a few places here like we wanted to check out. It's like an old witches ruins from where they did witch trials and stuff like that.
And the settlers.
Yeah, the settlers.
But,
Oh wow, neat.
There's a museum in Roscoe County, Ohio, and it's where the old canals, like back in the days, they had canals where the highways back then, and they had the canal boats, and that's how you hauled your groceries back and forth. Basically, you could take a boat down the canal, and the canals, they would have pack mules hitched to the boats, dragging them back and forth up and down the canals. So the canals are still there, some of the canals, and they still have like boat rides and stuff through these canals. and there's a museum over there and all kinds of stuff. And
Oh,
that's
wow.
right outside of where Prospect Place is.
You'd feel like you're over in Venezuela.
Right?
It's more old timey than that, though. It's like
Oh, yeah.
settler days kind of.
That would be so
know what I mean?
cool. I love history like that.
Oh yeah. History's awesome like that. The
It
wife's a
is.
history buff, so she'll like do all the history before doing anything.
Yeah. Here in town beside Fort Knox, I was the first one, and it was such an honor. And there's a church that was right beside the cemetery I'm gonna be going to. But back in 180, it was built in 1806 or 1809,
Yeah.
and then in 1906, I think it was, or 26, something like that. The owners had their kids after school tear down the church or dismantle it brick by brick and number them and moved it about, I'd say a good, maybe about a mile into town and rebuilt it again. And when they did, they used ammunition crates, munition boxes from Fort Knox, and the pupil, all the wood in the ceiling, every piece of wood in that church is from munitions crates.
Oh yeah.
And that was so cool. You see the stamps and everything on it. And I so badly wanted to ask if I could stay the night and do an investigation there, because with it having Civil War era history to it,
Yeah.
it's got to be active even for a church.
For sure, yeah.
I just haven't come up with a way to kind of ask them in a very polite way, maybe offer to donate money to them if I can raise up enough money and say, hey, if I donate, $100 or $200, can I stay the night here and do an investigation in the utmost respectful way? Since you already allowed me to do a documentation of it on video.
See, that's something that I'd like to check out at some time too. But like, we ever come where you are, we can do a collab in that, and you can show us around.
Yeah. I was shocked at and Fort Duffield, where Lady Swan, when she was watching this, like 3-4 weeks ago, and I didn't know that Michigan had ties to the Civil War here locally in the neighboring town, but the can't remember what division, but it was from Detroit. The Army Division was down here and assisted Kentucky in the Civil War, and there were actually, most of the tombstones that are there are Michigan soldiers, Army soldiers, and they dug them up, which heightens the activity at any location when you do that, when you desecrate or interrupt, whatever you want to call it, the energy. But they relocated it to Jeffersonville, Indiana, all the bodies, and reinterred them. But their spirits are still at Fort Duffield,
Yeah.
and that's all in the video. It's pretty amazing. That place is so active.
I'll have to
Yeah,
research in that.
yeah, if you can, and just Google Fort Duffield, West Point, Kentucky. Cops do patrol it, so I'm not worried about saying the name, because if someone's going to be ballsy enough, well, then you're going to be ballsy enough to pay the price.
Exactly.
But me knowing the area, I am kind of ballsy, and if I could afford a Uber or a Lyft, I would have them drop me off, because I do know a way to get into there without being seen.
Yeah.
And once you do get in there, there's no way for them to see you once you're up there.
Yeah.
So, but I can't afford all that yet. But I would love to be able to go there at night and just spend the whole night up there.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun for sure.
you know,
It's
and
a tent.
it's about knowing how to be safe when you're doing it.
It is, yep.
You park your car someplace you're going to be seen, you're going to ask for trouble.
For sure. Yeah, so I know you and Ghost did a bunch of stuff growing up. He's told us some of the stories.
Well, we didn't really hang out together that much. I mean, it was like a small group. You know, when we was at like
Yeah.
Sodden, that was like the freshman annex of high school, and we was all there
Yeah.
together. And but
I didn't make a name for myself until I went up against Troy Orta. When I used to be bullied a lot, and we were in wood shop, and he was calling me some names, you know, Dusty and Fairy and some other things. And I said, "What you talking about? Choco, Paco, Taco? What you talking about? I think your mama got taco ready for you, you know." And next, you know, we end up outside, and he started belly bumping. I said, "Okay, let's go." I was taking on the Ortas, and all of a sudden, Jason Dukes comes running out there and looks at me and looks at Troy and says, "What in the hell are you doing?" He called me Choco Paco, blah, blah, blah. And he said, and I said, "Well, call me names. I'm going to call them right back to you. You don't scare me." And Jason Duke started laughing. He's like, "Dude, he's standing up to you. Leave him alone. You don't know if he's going to whoop you or not." Duke's turned around laughing the whole way back to the wood shop.
Oh, man.
Dukes was crazy like that, though.
Oh, Dukes
Jason
was crazy.
He was the stoner that was on the football team.
Yep, exactly.
And you remember the coach tried to get a big fight going between like the football team and the stoners and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Dukes was caught right up in the middle of it.
Yep.
So it was like it was crazy.
Dukes, he was, oh, how can you say this? He was bad, but he wasn't bad. He was the type that if you did stand your ground, he would stop bullying, or he would stop messing with you. You became his friend.
I was
you
friends with
earned
Jason.
his respect. Yeah, you earned his respect. You were cool.
Jason's married to your cousin now.
Yeah.
She died a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow. See, so many people from our class is gone.
It's a class of 94 or 5.
Yep.
And then you had Chris Hauk and Danielle, and who else was in there? Jason Dukes, Chris Hauk, Danielle, and Amy. No, Chris was driving his yellow little Bronco, and they flipped over when they went across the railroad tracks and got in real bad accident and hurt really bad. They kind of mellowed out after that.
Chris dated my sister.
I don't know.
I was always into something, but I never got caught doing what I did.
No, you just like to blow up toilets.
Well, it wasn't a toilet. I made a works bomb out of a glass Coke bottle, and I capped it, and I set it down on the curb. And when it exploded, the glass shards took out the windows in front of the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and Jason Phillips, like the last day of school at Sodden, was dropping lit road flares down the stairwell, smoked the whole place up.
Because that was like a 3-story school, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are the days.
We took up burning out of there, and his he had that blue Ford truck.
Oh man, there were so many stoners back in our class. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
They were all stoners, and I was the class drunk that was sneaking beer in front of the teachers and koozie cups, and when it was done, asking if I could go to the bathroom to rinse it out.
Oh man.
And I told my buddy David Arndt, don't ever give me away. I'll whip your butt.
Here we are talking about it on YouTube.
Exactly. They can't do nothing to us now. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Then Michigan State parties. And that's kind of why I ran cross country track in 9th grade. And then I got into drinking pretty heavily and kind of got away from all that.
Oh yeah.
I was the one that got pissed off and was doing donuts in the student parking lot because they told me I was a sophomore and I couldn't park in the student parking lot unless I was a senior.
Yeah.
So what happened? Taryn, who lived right across the street from the main entrance of the school, her mom and dad let me park in their driveway.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm
cool.
like, I had the closest parking spot to the front door
Well,
of anybody.
Jason Dukes and Chris Hulk used to have tug of war with their cars. When Dukes had his Chevy SS, and they would go bumper to bumper and start squealing their tires outside the high school there on Kent Street. I don't know if you remember that. No, you were
See,
gone before that.
That was like I started it all, okay? Because I got my driver's license when I was at Sodden. There was me, Andy Kirkcaldy and his old Charger,
Yeah,
Clint
that
Bird
old
and his
gray
old
beast.
yeah, and me and my '76 Olds Gutless. And that was
Yeah.
like the only 4 students who had driver's license during freshman year.
Mhm.
Man.
So we was just
Yeah.
bad.
Andy, yeah, I tell you what, man, he slacked a lot. I struggled in math, but I don't know. All being all the wacky backy that he smoked, he was smart. Let me tell you what. He was a whiz in math class and algebra and all those. He would sit
I
there
don't know how
sleep
he was
all
the
day in
biggest
class, but
burnout.
yet he passed.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
So
I remember that.
you guys went through a lot too with like teachers and pranks and
Oh gosh, we had some of the worst teachers.
oh man.
Oh, we
Well,
had teachers that literally tried to start fights between students.
yes.
Like literally,
Krupa.
Mr. Krupa actually
Yeah.
tried to start a
Oh.
war.
He was my driving instructor back because up there you could get your driver's license and all that and work to get it while after school program. And if he didn't like you, you didn't get much driving time, and he would always go slower, slower, slower. To the
Yeah, they had
people
those,
he didn't
they
like.
had those Oldsmobile Cutlasses from like the
Yeah,
90s.
the red ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the red one. Yeah,
And then there was
Yeah, the
Mr.
Sierras.
Buddhist. He looked like Einstein. And he was a teacher. His grading scale was A, B, fail.
Yep, I remember that.
And
For sure.
yeah, and your biggest contributor was your final exam. And I failed it, and I got lucky to do it again and barely passed it because he was that much of a jerkwad.
I can remember showing up on the bus to school. You get off the bus, and they had that long walkway with the cover on it, where the bus is pulled in. We get off the bus, look at the school, and be like, well, you want to? Yep, okay, gone. Fitzgerald Park, down underneath the truck.
See, I
Make sure
just
you-
lived a few blocks away.
Yep, we'd make sure to be back in time to catch the bus home. We get on the bus, just like blend in with everybody else getting on the bus, and we'd go home and then wait for that automated phone call to be coming in just shortly after we got home, and be
Exactly.
sure he was the one to answer it, and then pretend like
Oh,
it
yeah.
was 20 bucks,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I used to get caught smoking going around all the way down by the art classes and all that down towards the right side if you're standing on Kent Street. So it'd be the west side of the school, and walking through the back parking lot all the way around just so I could smoke my cigarette and come in the other part of the building. I don't know how many times I got busted.
Yeah.
So we all started going across the street.
Yes. So the wife in the chat typed in, what is the one thing you want to happen the most when you go out investigating without protection this weekend?
For me, either a physical kind of either scratches or shoved to where it's noticeable to be seen on the live stream. I want to be able to lift my shirt up or whatever, and when I do, everyone be able to see marks.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
I'm going all out.
So in other words, you want to prove it.
Yep, that's exactly it. I'm gonna call it weak. I'm gonna call it maggot. I'm gonna say you're nothing but a piece of crap effer. You think you're tough. You ain't tough. Try taking me on. Come on, I challenge you. I dare you to scratch me. I dare you to do this. Go for it. Yeah, I'm getting ballsy, all out.
Antagonize.
Yep, I'm not gonna hold nothing back.
Oh yeah.
Where's he going?
But I
For those
wouldn't
of
be
you out in the
doing it.
chat, though, we do not promote. We do not advise anybody that don't know what they're doing to antagonize or to provoke
Exactly.
or dare it to come at you. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have the confidence and protection that you need, don't do it.
And that's the only reason why I'm doing it, because I know I'm okay. You know, I'm not worried about myself. I'm going to be okay. I've proved it already a few times in other live streams that, you know, just how strong I am mentally and within my own faith.
Oh yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, please don't ever attempt. No, you're going to open yourself up for possession. You can, not only will you get sick, it can kill you. It can manipulate your thoughts to kill yourself. It can manipulate your family. You know, you don't know what it's going to have cause.
Yeah. So, Dustin, along with doing this, you could potentially drag something accidentally home with you.
Exactly. But I know I can fight. I'm a good fighter within my own soul, back from my dark past. And I've already got one that lingers around with me anyways. But like I said, I've learned how to keep it at bay, to pretty much control it. But I've got my own darkness that I use to fight with. So I've balanced. People say that it's impossible, but it's not impossible to imbalance the good and the bad.
True.
You gotta know how to manipulate it, how to control it. And I think that's where I've had all my success in all my circumstances. And you know, like I said, I used to walk around chanting Cthulhu's, you know, the gatekeepers chant everywhere I went. You know, and it's just, I'm confident.
For sure.
You know, you got to know how to seal up whatever you did. You needed, you know, you commanded to stay. And it's not always, you know, you hear people, and this is what gets me in the paranormal world, especially on TV shows. A lot of them I know are fake. They're just are. But you do not have to say it out loud verbally. I say it within my head, most of it. I'll say a little bit out loud for everybody to hear, so they know that, okay, well, he's being safe, he's saying a prayer, or he's doing this. But the rest of it is the battle within your own mind and body, you know, telling it, commanding it, you're going to stay here, you're not going to attach, you know, you're not going to follow me, and so on and so on. But you know, it's just, the paranormal world is a very tricky thing.
It is.
And it doesn't help when you got fakers.
Let me ask you, Dustin, what's some of your favorite YouTube channels that you like to watch?
Mine, uh, there's a like for the humor aspect of it, and from when like James the Fan, when he does go by himself and he's all alone, like when he went to Richmond, Virginia, and all that. I really like him because he can't see anything, and he's out there putting his life on the line, and uh, you know, you'll see something, and he's oblivious to it. You know, there'll be a shadow or something will be moving, and everyone's freaking out, and he's just like nothing's even happening.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I like to see, because okay, hey, if he's anyone in the right mind is going to start freaking out if they're not comfortable, especially when it comes to him. You know, he's good at interacting with people. And then Jeff Stedix, he's really good. He's not into like the paranormal part, but if it does happen, he acknowledges it.
Yeah.
And of course, Ghost Mafia and uh, what the paranormal. Really, and of course, everyone knows that Tim from Breaking the Shell. If I had to pick one, is Tim from Breaking the Shell is my number one favorite.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right.
And
To Canada.
We had Tim on the show last week.
Yeah, we did.
yeah, I was there, and but yeah, Tim's just really cool, and I remember the first time he made a guest appearance in one of my live streams. I was so happy I was crying, and I kept the video up even.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, but yeah, he's an amazing. He's very humble, and very legit.
Oh yeah, he's a legit guy, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. And I told him that, and any fellow YouTubers I got a big backyard that's privacy from grapevines. We can camp in my backyard, save money on hotel, come up here, and within 2 days, as long as you can keep up, you can do anywhere from 10 to 15 bangers in 2 days.
Wow.
Nice.
That's guaranteed. If you're willing to push it or stay 3 days, you can get up to good 20 easily.
Hmm.
And there's just so much, and there's one I want to do, but I can't. I've made a promise to two people that I wouldn't do it because it's too sketchy to go by yourself,
Yeah.
as in not spirit for haunted activity aspect of it, but the vagrant and the tweaker aspect of it. It's a
Yeah.
hangout for them. So you need someone that's willing to watch your back and stand right there beside you, ready to throw down if you had to throw down. So, and that's right down the road.
So you're talking about different types of crowds of people. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, and myself, I could care less because I've been trained by a certain uh, type of group of people, and I know how to handle them and deal with it. But just because people worry about my safety anyway, I went ahead and made that promise. I wouldn't put myself in that situation to where I would have to throw down on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a very, very active place from everyone I've talked to about it. There's police officers that will not step foot on this property or inside that building.
For sure. Yeah.
So,
That's horrible.
yeah. If you can imagine the size of Detroit scrunched down into one little building, that's how you would want to explain it.
For sure. Yeah.
So,
Dangerous
like
people.
yes, and like like Ghost was saying, do not do things like that. Please leave the stupid stuff for us professionals.
Yeah.
You gonna make it, Brian?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
No, he's
Okay.
dying. Someone get out the spirit box so we
He's
can go.
dying. Hold on, let me get the.
Obvious.
I want to get a reading here.
But it's like Kevin the Fam. He wants me to come up and meet with him too. He wants to take me to one of his tunnels, and then also I want him to take me to the Devil's Circle where he went to. And I told him, I said, I want to camp there. I'll go with you. Let's camp overnight. And that's just how I.
Now, Kev too far away? Or is Kev very far away from you? I know he's
No,
down.
he's about, I'd say, almost 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's
in
not-
Indiana. Yeah.
not too
Yep.
bad.
And then K Dog, he's just right across the river. He's a 30-minute drive from me.
Nice.
Yep.
These
Yeah,
are
I
jobs.
was supposed to meet up this summer with Kevin the Fam. He wanted to do Bobby Mackey's and that, and then
Oh,
we
you'll
had been
be going
talking
right
about
past me.
it. We had been talking about it and stuff, and then Kev's son passed away,
Yeah.
and just haven't really
No.
had a chance to touch base with him too much, or I didn't want to bring that type of thing up. I didn't know
Exactly.
how he felt with getting back into the paranormal investigations after going through what he'd been through. And
I hear from him I'd say about every 2 months I'll hear something from him.
I haven't seen him on YouTube very often here lately.
He was on, whose was it? Whose was he in? I'm trying to think. Crud. Because Wolfie was in there, and then Kevin made a guest show up in the chat there, and I think that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, see, it's been a little bit since I heard from him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
and it's understandable too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I think that would be so cool. Bobby Mackey's and some other places, and you can also I don't mind saying this name publicly either because it's an actual still in business place. It's called Jailhouse Pizza, Brandenburg, Kentucky,
Yep.
and that's just right down the road from me. They got plexiglass where they used to do the hangings. They got the actual rope that they did the hangings with, and it's a pizza place. They also have a man versus food challenge there, and you can eat in the cells where the prisoners were. You can sit in the old electric chair. They had the electric chair and the hanging that they would do. And that's a really neat place.
Oh yeah. I want to check out the Clown Motel too, but it's been seen so many times.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing with this field is a lot of people burn the viewers out on it. You see it so much. You got to do something new or go to other places and switch it up a bit. Wait a few years before going back to another one that's been heavily done.
Exactly.
It's like all of our favorite YouTubers, and they go together all the time at the same places over and over and over again. So you're seeing the same video, but from 3, 4, 5 different people.
Mm-hmm.
It takes the variety away.
Yeah, I don't know the spot.
Yeah, you get different experiences a little bit, yeah, but it's still there's no suspense, there's no wonder. You know what's going to be happening if it happens.
Walker family says, "How are you guys back?" We never left.
How are you guys? They're back. Like they're back on the stream.
Oh, okay. How are you guys?
Hello, Walker family.
So it's happening, I think, again, Ghost, because JoJo heard something, and KJ
Oh, yeah.
Omar said, "Bless you, whoever sneezed."
Um,
Oh, Ghost did?
I'm gonna.
Did you sneeze?
I didn't
show
sneeze.
you.
There was a whisper just right there, and I don't have headphones on. I just heard that.
Let's
Hmm.
see if I can't. I'm gonna show you all something. I did a video on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it all to you. But my friend Tracy, one of my weapons that I have on my side for evil,
Okay.
and I've had this ever. She sent it to me way before she died. She mailed it to me in 1998 when she was given the diagnosis that she only had like eight to 10 years to live. And let me find it here. She was into the white witch Wiccan type practice. Will it let me turn my camera around here? Let's see. Now, do I double click on here? Will that work?
There should be like a little camera icon.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, get back down. There it is, up there.
Hey,
Okay.
Paranormal.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Here's the box that she sent it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Camo Man. They don't call me Camo Man for nothing. Even my bed is camo. She sent me a care package with a letter. I won't actually read the letter, but I'll tell you some of what it says in a second. I'll show you a couple of pictures. She's from you know where Georgie and the Steel one live, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she lived about 30 minutes from them.
Yeah, they're out in Colorado, somewhere
Yep. All right.
out there by on Colorado Explorers.
Yeah. But okay, there's Tracy right there.
Yeah.
Okay, and you see her long hair. You may not be able to see it with the camera, but she's got braids in her hair with beads. And maybe there's one more of her. She cut off one of her braids. I've got an actual braid of her hair that she sent me with protection stones because she knew what I was into. And in the letter, she said, as long as I have her lock of hair with me, braid of hair, that no matter what, she would always be there and always look out for me in the other side of life. And I've actually caught E.V.P'S with her talking before.
Oh, wow.
So she does follow me, and I've always made sure to always keep this. And normally I have it in my pocket or in my battery bag when I go places. But like I said, I'm leaving everything behind this weekend. So, but yes, people, that's another way that spirits can be attached to something is you have something personal of theirs like that,
Yeah.
you know, and it allows that constant contact. Yeah, she died of ovarian cancer in 2007.
Aw.
So,
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, thank you. A very good friend, and I thought that was very nice of her. It's a strange gift to a lot of people. Think it's strange, you know. Why would you want someone's braided hair?
Right.
You know, but so I give credit to a lot of my protection for that also.
Yeah.
There we go. And back around yet. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we see.
No, I just figured I'd share that part with you right there on like a lot of my strength and faith and belief, and I know I do have help with it if I do need it. It's there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I don't recommend anyone going out looking for a haunted doll and bringing it into your house or something because it's got a spirit.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't do that.
No, no. Me, actually, I wouldn't mind having one. I would take it to locations and really have fun.
Oh yeah, light some candles.
Yeah, but see, it's the thrill of it and ballsy, but also like Ghost said, it's all about self-confidence, knowing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what you're doing, please stay away from it.
True. For
And
sure.
guys, if there's anybody out there in the chat, if you don't have Dustin Camo Man 73, go over there, check out his channel. Links are being dropped in the chat. Hit that bar, ding that bell, drop a like on one of his videos, and leave my comment. So after the show's over, he can get back with you. He's trying to get to 1K, and we're just trying to help him out a little bit. Ever
Live
since
stream legally.
YouTube changed their rules to say that he couldn't live stream unless he had 1K. He's only been able to do it through like Streamlabs and things like that. And he prefers to do it through YouTube. So just trying to help him out, guys.
Yeah, I want to be able to go by the policy because I don't want to take a chance of any violation strikes or anything like that, and having to wait 90 days before I do a video again. 'Cause I've already been attacked by trolls, but thanks to Camo Nation, they had my back and they all complained to YouTube. And within the next day, I was able to publish videos again.
Now, do you have any videos coming out here in the next few days or anything other than this weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a couple of them, and it's gonna be more of like the park again. But I'm gonna try and do another nighttime at the Forgotten Park. It's the same area, but it's not gonna be at the tunnel because the park it's huge. It is very huge and very active. So I'm gonna try and get back down there when it's dark again and walk around. I just have to be careful because it's a death trap. Nature's booby traps. So yeah, that'll probably be. I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow night if I can. Before, and then Saturday night will be the tunnel, and then Sunday I'm gonna do the other half of the park.
Nice.
So divide it up into three sections.
Yeah, weather permitting or regardless.
Well, if it's not raining too hard, I can because I'll be using my phone, of course. So I have to, if it starts downpouring, then I'll have to hightail it because I already did that once, and that's when Kevin first discovered me. When I did the tunnel the first time, I went and it was freezing rain. It was raining so hard you could hear it when I was on my way home. I was still live streaming, and it was too risky damaging my phone. Besides already being fried from the entity that was there. So if it's too heavy, I'll have to stop. If it's just a drizzle, I will use the cover of the leaves, the trees and everything for the shelter and keep going. So as long as it's not heavy, still going for it.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, you got anything coming up on the horizon? I know you're in review right now, and hopefully by this weekend you'll be in full monetization. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, that will. Well,
congrats on that.
Oh yeah, thanks, Dustin. We're gonna get everybody there for sure. We've got a few locations coming up.
Hoping we can get a sitter.
Hoping we can get a sitter this weekend because that'd be awesome.
Heck yeah.
Get a few of them done.
Cool. I know tomorrow I'm supposed to be doing a support stream at some point tomorrow. Right now, my internet is out. I've been using my phone as a hotspot, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Going to work on it. I'm gonna work on trying to get something fixed up to where we can do it tomorrow. But
Oh yeah.
if you don't see it come up, you'll know why. Other than that, I do know that this weekend, right? We got Megan's blog on a special episode on your channel.
Yeah.
And either Monday or Tuesday, one of those 2 days, I think me and Lou Rock are going to reschedule our Rock Box session on my channel.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. We was going to do it the other night, and he ended up getting sick. He actually lost a whole day. I don't know how he lost a whole day, but he lost a whole day. We was talking to him.
Wow.
He's like, "No, we went live. You went live with me and Boomer." I was like, "No, that was 2 nights ago." He's like, "How did I lose a whole day?" I said, "You were sick."
Jeez.
So
Yeah,
hopefully,
but
hopefully we can get that rescheduled for either Monday or Tuesday and get that going on. And then E.V.P'S back here on my channel on Thursday. Hopefully everything will be back on running on schedule again by Thursday. So,
oh yeah, that'll be awesome.
It makes it difficult when you don't have internet. We lost ours a week ago. We get it back tomorrow, thank God. And Sprint phone service really stinks when it. I mean, even to sit here during the day to try and watch a YouTube video or to try and go through the media sites and get a page to load, sometimes it'll just take forever. And it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You got 4 out of 6 bars and you still won't load.
yeah, I've got everything turned down to its lowest possible setting to be able to use my phone as a hotspot right now. So,
and see, I tried doing that, but I couldn't get mine to work because I got my old LG V20 I use as a Wi-Fi phone. I was like, well, I'm going to see if I can't use it through a hotspot on the one I'm using now, but I couldn't get it to work out.
all right, Brian, you want to do the wrap up?
Oh yeah.
Thank you all for letting me be on the panel tonight. I appreciate that.
Man, no problem at all, Dustin. If you guys do not have Dustin, the Camo Man, make sure you guys are checking him out once again. We're trying to reach him that 1K. Let's get him there, everybody. I'm going to also share a link of his channel and leave a nice post on Nation's 13 family wall. And we'll make sure he gets there. Thank you for coming on, Dustin. It was awesome having you.
Oh, it was an honor.
And I want to thank you, James, the sharpshooter, for dropping those links.
Oh, James was in there. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Bye,
yeah.
James.
Oh yeah, he's been here the whole time.
KJ,
And,
here.
JoJo just announced that she's going to be doing a traditional JoJo rant on her channel tomorrow afternoon sometime.
Oh, yeah.
And be watching on Wednesday for Whacked Out Wednesday, because those stories, man, those are some crazy stories she comes up with.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Anyone that ever sees KJ, before you wrap it up, anytime you see her come into the stream, say, how's the wiener lady doing?
Hey, JCP. Sorry, we're just getting ready to wrap this up. Thanks for coming in, Tioco Rock fams, Benny Loco Urbexer, Walker family. Doing a few shadows before ending this. HSFL, Lady Swan. I want to thank Lee and Ladybug, Country Girl Paranormal. It'll take me forever to go through all this, but I want to thank everyone for coming in. And much love.
and don't forget, special episode this weekend with Megan's Blogs.
That'll be cool.
Doghead.
Doug Ham. And we out.